Recently, our family went on a little outing to LA, and we visited Alvera Street, and there was a celebration for the Day of the Dead. So I'd like to talk about our time spent there. So, who started the Day of the Dead? It is known as Dia de los Muertos, which originated centuries ago in Mexico, where it is still widely celebrated to this day. The holiday is a blend of pre-Hispanic indigenous beliefs and Spanish Catholic beliefs. So who celebrates the Day of the Dead? It is celebrated throughout Mexico. Many other countries around the world celebrate similar versions of the Day of the Dead as well. They do this by having special days for honoring the dead. These celebrations occur in various countries in Central and South America, Europe, and Asia, where they celebrate the holiday according to their own customs. Day of the Dead has also taken hold in areas with a high Mexican immigrant population, particularly in California, Texas, Arizona, and other parts of the United States. Many people around the world, even if they are not directly connected to Mexican culture, are drawn to the concept and imagery of Mexico's Day of the Dead. So the holiday seems to continually gain in popularity as more people learn about it. It is a holiday for remembering and honoring those who have passed. It is a festive, joyous time of celebration. The Day of the Dead is Mexico's most important holiday, which means they invest a lot of time and money into celebrating, more so than other holidays. The Day of the Dead falls on November 1st and 2nd of each year. This coincides with the Catholic holidays of All Saints' Day and All Souls' Day. Although November 2nd is the official day for the Day of the Dead, it is celebrated between October 31st and November 2nd. Usually the preparations and some festivities start even earlier than that. So really the Day of the Dead can be also called the Days of the Dead, because the holiday spans for more than one day. Traditionally, November 1st is the day for honoring dead children and infants, and November 2nd is the day for honoring deceased adults. Where is the Day of the Dead celebrated? The Day of the Dead is celebrated in both public and private spaces. It is most often celebrated in homes and graveyards. In homes, people create altars to honor their deceased loved ones. In some place, some to allow guests to enter the house to receive the altar or to view the altar. In graveyards, families clean the graves of their loved ones, which they then decorate with flowers, photos, candles, foods, and drink. People stay up all night in the graveyard, socializing, telling stories about their dead ancestors. In the public, the Day of the Dead celebrations can also take the form of street parties, parades, and festivals. And so why do people celebrate the Day of the Dead? People celebrate Dia de los Muertos to honor their deceased loved ones. It is a loving ritual full of joy and remembrance. It allows the dead to live again. During this time, it is believed that the deceased return to their earthly homes to visit and rejoice with their loved ones. Most people celebrate the Day of the Dead out of love and commitment to their loved ones. So how do people celebrate the Day of the Dead? The most common ways of celebrating the Day of the Dead in Mexico is they set up an altar with offerings, they clean and decorate graves, hold all-night graveside visuals, tell stories about the deceased. They make and exchange sugar skulls and other sweets. The Day of the Dead customs in Mexico vary from town to town, and when celebrated from abroad, it also takes its own unique flair in each community. It is usually a combination of rituals and introspection that ultimately takes on a joyous tone. The Day of the Dead celebrations now also include community festivals, parades, and street parties. And that's pretty much what we saw when we visited Alvera Street in celebration of the Day of the Dead. It was a good event that my family and I got to visit and make some connections to our Hispanic culture.